So here, this is a journal program. The statement says, program should illustrate basic calculator using grid layout manager. As you all know that layouts are of, various types, border layout, then there is flow layout, then there is grid layout, grid bag layout, etc. So here they have specified us to use grid layout. Grid layout can be specified with two parameters. One is the number of rows and then the number of columns. Okay, so here we are going to demonstrate basic 4 operations. Fine. So quickly, we'll try to finish. We have imported AWT package. Then we have event package. We have swing. Now we are going to create applet here because you people are familiar with applet. And we are using action listener because on the calculator we have buttons itself. Fine. Although there are many buttons, but finally they are buttons. Now here we have one text field to display the result. Then we have buttons. See, first let me show you the interface. Then you will understand its design. Okay, so here can you see the interface here? How many buttons do you see? Okay, to make it easy, how many numbers buttons are there? 0 to 9. Actually, there are 10. You have not counted 0. So 10 buttons are there. How many operators are there? Including equal to and C. 6 buttons are there, right? So here we have divided these buttons into 2 categories. Fine. So we are creating these buttons using arrays. When buttons have similar behavior or same number of statements you have to execute for everybody, it's better to have a loop and just repeat the same statements in a loop. We have a text field down to display the result, rest all are buttons. So now let's see the design. See, these number buttons, we have created one array called as B. We have used J button because we want swing. Fine. So B is an array of 10 elements. Then B1 is array of operators including C and is equal to. How many elements? 6. So B is an array and B1 is an array. Now, we have created one string array specifying the caption of the operators. Plus, minus, multiply, divide, equal to and C. We have taken one more blank string variable str1. Then we have integer variables p and q initialized to 0. And we have one more string variable called as OPER to store the operator selected later. Okay, in the init first, we are setting the layout to 5 rows and 4 columns. 5th row may only text field is there. Clear? We have initialized the text field to size 20. This is unnecessary. Okay. Now this text field, we don't want it to be editable. In the previous program of basic calculator, you have made that text field to be uneditable. So by using set editable false, then this color is also not necessary. But if you want to set a background color, you can set it like this. Then initial text we are displaying to be 0. Now we are creating number buttons. So because we want 10 buttons, so we have taken a for loop from I equal to 0 to 10. We must start from 0 because array index always starts from 0. In this array, we are going to create buttons or initialize buttons. We already defined array. Individual buttons now we have to initialize with some caption. Which caption we want to display? What is there on those number wala buttons? Numbers only from 0 to 9. Those numbers are already there in the counter variable I. Fine. So I am displaying here value of I itself. Now I is an integer and on the button caption we require string, right? So to convert that, either we concatenate with a blank string here. One more care what you have to do is here, don't give a space in between. Have two pairs of those double quotes attached to each other. That is giving rise to errors many of the times. Even here above, when you are declaring this, initializing this str1 to null, don't give a space here. It creates problems. Clear with this? Yeah. So similarly here, just to convert it to text, we are concatenating it with blank string. Clear? Other alternative could be string dot value of I. You can do that. So this is how we initialize the buttons with those numbers. So first time that 0 button gets created, we are adding that 0 button on the applet. We are registering it with the listener. Next loop, I becomes 1. We create 1 wala button. We add it to the applet. We register with the listener. Like this, we go on adding 9 buttons, 10 buttons actually, 0 to 9. Now here to create operators. Operator wale button we can't create by using counter variable because 1, 2, 3, 4 we don't want there. We want plus, minus, those captions to use. So for that we have used array. But how we are initializing those? Using the string array. You remember we had created one string array by name OP. And that string array had plus, minus, multiply, divide is equal to and C. So all this from first element, from that string array, we are taking first element that will be the caption of this B1. Clear? Here this attaching concatenation is not required. You can even delete. Because it is a string element only. Directly you can use it. Then we are adding that button. We are registering with the listener. Clear? Then we have added a text field at the end. After adding all the buttons, we are adding text field. Now in the action performed, see here little bit, you have to pay attention. Now, first of all, since there are multiple buttons, we need to know which button has generated the event because every button is going to do some different action. Clear? So which button, to identify that, we have used which method? Redaction command. And that name of the button will come in str. Remember, str1 is different. Str is. So str will get the name of the button who has generated the event. Next, okay, this you forget. Now we are checking whether that str, that means whether the button is equal to plus. Okay. Before that, let us assume the sequence of action. What will be the sequence of action on the calculator? Let me show you with the annotation. It will be something like this. User will first click on the button. So if user wants to know 12 plus 5, user will click on the button 1. Now that 1, what is going to happen? Remember, once you click on the button 1, that button 1 is going to give its caption to the text field as it is. Okay, I want 12. So once I click on second button, 2. Clear? Because buttons are separate. If I have to type 12, I have to click on 1 and then on 2. Once I click on 2, that 2 also passes its content to the text field. But while passing, after passing, should it overwrite or should it get concatenated? Concatenated. Clear? So what happens? That also you remember. When the numbers are clicked, the contents are passed to the text field in a concatenation. In that using concat method. Clear? So shall I take you to that code first? So we'll go to that part. if str equals we'll go to this part, else part, where str is neither equal to plus, neither equal to c. That means the button which has generated the event, str stores the name, caption of the button. That caption is not operators. It is not c. It is not equals to. Then what is remain? It is a number. So when that, it will go to else part. In that else part, whenever user clicks on the number, what is going to happen? It will take the content of str1. str1 normally, it stores the contents of a text field. What does str1 do? Stores the contents of the text field and it will concatenate with the new content. Clear with that? And that new content will be set into the text field. So first time when the single number is pressed, initially, str content is 0. Fine. Text field content is 0. So now that text field will be freshly set by the value of str1. Fine. So I will take you back to that str1, then you will understand. Right now, you just understand that it is performing concatenation operation. Now, once you enter +1 or suppose 12, what is the series of or sequence of action you're going to do? I'll match it with this, make it as, this is 12. Then after that, what the user is going to do? Click on any operator. Now that operator, what happens when the user presses on the operator? After operator, what the user is going to do? Another number. Then the answer will come. So what all buttons user will click first? He will click on the numbers. Then he will click on the operator button. Then he will click on the is equal to button. So all these are going to generate the events. And that sequence we have to manage. See the code, how it handles. So we have checked in case of numbers. In case of numbers, how it concatenates. We have checked this now, 12. How it happens here, it gets concatenated. Now we'll see what happens when the user clicks on plus. If that generated event or if the clicked button is plus, what am I going to do? Whatever number is there in the text field, t.getText means text field content I'm going to extract. Assume that the text field contains 12. Because now I have clicked on plus. Before that, what was the text field content? 12. That 12 will come where? Where will it come? It will be fetched, it will be converted to integer, and it will go to p, integer variable p. Why we need to convert to integer? Because by default, text field value will be of the type string. Fine. So I'll convert, and that previous first operand has gone to p, this 12. Then I initialize OPR variable with the value str. What is there in str? The name of the button that is generated the event. Now, what is the name of our button? Plus. So, OPR will contain what? Plus. OPR will contain plus now. In this case, remember that. Now, after that, once that P is initialized with the operand, OPR is initialized with the operator. When these two things are done, that text field I'm going to set it to blank along with str1 variable. Both are going to be initialized with null value. Clear? Why? Because the next number has to be accepted. उसके लिए जगह बनाना है ना? So str1 is also made free and text field is also made free. Now let's see. If it is a minus, same action happens. Operand will go to P, operator will go to OPR text field will be made blank. Should I explain multiplication and division also? No. Okay, good. Let's go to next now. If it is equals to, so when user will click on it, okay, after plus will go to OPR, 12 will go to P. Remember that. After that, what user is going to do? Type some other number. It may be single digit or double digit. Now that number goes to where? Text field. You all remember? Again, it goes to that concat wala code and it will go to the text field. Now that second operand is in the text field, first operand is in the P, operator is in OPR. Remember that sequence. And now after giving the second operand, user clicks on is equal to see the result. So when user clicks on is equal to, I have to check my previous content. What is the operator? Now is equal to is going to do actual operation and going to give you the result. So while giving the result, first it checks whether operator is equal to plus. If operator is equal to plus, now the second operand which is there in the text field, that 5 will be there in the text field now. That will be converted to integer and it will be brought to Q. So now first operand is in P, second operand is in Q. Remember that. And we already got, we have already checked whether operator content is plus. If it is plus, result will be displayed in a text field. What will be the result? P plus Q. Now P plus Q are integer variables. They will calculate and they will give you the addition. But while displaying in a text field, that has to be converted to string. So here again two way. Either concatenate it with a blank double quote or use string dot value. Clear? So we are we are using string dot value of. Clear? Excuse me. Now go to minus, same thing. Where is first operand? P. Where is operator? OPR. Now second operand is there in the text field. It will be converted to integer. It will come to Q. Again, same thing happens. Only changes P minus 2. Same way, multiplication and division. Only change in the division is if you want decimal output, then the numerator has to be typecasted. It has to be converted to float value. Clear? That care you have to change. Otherwise, it will just display the what is that? Full digit. It will not display the decimal part. Clear? What is remaining now? C. C is easy. Just set the text to 0 and remaining all variables you're going to initialize to string variable to blank and integer variable to 0. Understood? Any doubt? Clear? The code is common concat wala. It gets executed twice. First operand ke time, second operand. Clear? Understood? Yeah, try to trace yourself. If there is any error, solve it. After that, I'm going to share you the PDF of our Java ebook. From that, what you have to do? Or I will just see if I have separate code, I will just give the code. Otherwise, that PDF I'll share. From that shared, you can copy and paste that code and you try executing simple code. Clear? Yeah. Go ahead.